And you have been watching the public memorial for Michael Jackson. A lot of star power on the stage there at the Staples Center for the 20,000 people in attendance. We saw performances by the likes of Mariah Carey, who sang I'll Be There, Lionel Richie, who sang Jesus is Love. You can see some of the family members hugging at the conclusion of this memorial. I'm not sure if some more is being said. Let's just listen.
Fans, friends, nieces, nephews, sisters, brothers, I would like to thank everyone for coming out. As you know, I'm lost for words. I was his voice and his backbone. I had his back, so did the family. But we thank you. That's all I can say. We thank you very much. I hurt. I stand here trying to find words of comfort, solace, trying to understand why the Lord has taken our brother to return home from such a short visit here on earth. Michael, when you left us, a part of me went with you. And a part of you will live forever within me, but also a part of you will live forever within all of us. Michael, I will treasure the good times, the fun we had, singing, dancing, laughing. I can remember when we used to come home from school and we would grab a quick bite to eat and we'd try to watch the Three Stooges, as much of it as possible before Mother would come in and say it's time to go to the recording studio. I also, Michael, remember a time when I went into the record store and there was this man purchasing a lot of CDs, and he would go and grab another batch of CDs. He was an older gentleman. He had short afro, butt crooked teeth, and his clothes were rumpled. I walked up behind him and said, "Michael, what are you doing in this store?" He turned to me and said, "Marlon, how did you know it was me?" I told him, "You're my brother. I can spot you anywhere, regardless of your makeup. I know your walk, I know your body language, and those shoes did not help." Michael wore the same shoes wherever we went. But I guess that was his way of trying to experience what we take for granted. We would never understand what he endured. Not being able to walk across the street without a crowd gathering around him. Being judged, ridiculed. How much pain can one take? Maybe now, Michael, they will leave you alone. Michael was the voice of our angelic trumpets, and he will continue to be the voice, that angelic voice in heaven, nearest to our Creator, and waiting us when our day comes to pass. Michael, I love you. I will miss when we said our goodbyes. I will hug you and I say I love you, and your response was, I love you more. You know, the Lord has a purpose for everything. And sometimes we just can't see it or understand it. But it will be made clear to us when we reach that ultimate reward of being in His presence. And Michael, you're there. You're right there.
You have finished your work here on earth, and the Lord has called for you to come home with Him. So I thank you, Michael, for all the smiles that you've placed in many people's hearts. And I thank you for everything that you've done for others across this globe in the Lord's name. And I have one request, Michael, one request. I would like for you to give our brother, my twin brother, Brandon, a hug for me. I love you, Michael, and I'll miss you.